So, Juan Carlos, thank you for being here. Could you please tell us a little bit about yourself, actually, and just to introduce us to you?
I went to, my name is Juan Carlos Zaldivar. I graduated from NYU, New York University. I have my master's in film there. I taught there a little bit as an acting faculty after I graduated.
What did you teach?
I teach film, various different things, editing, sound. I became a sound designer right after I graduated undergraduate, and I did that for a few years. Then I decided to go back to graduate school and focus on directing. My thesis was at Sundance, and then from there I went to the
So
Sundance.
longer films?
No, those were all shorts. Then I did my first feature as a documentary called 90 Miles, which is going to be on TV again now in June.
On which station? In the States?
It's on the World Station. Yeah, it's actually worldwide. It airs on PBS on the States, but it actually is going to be fed internationally.
Excellent. Congratulations. And how did you hear about the Aviv Film Festival?
How did I hear about it? I think, well, I was applying to, normally what happens with my short films is that I travel the US, but by the time I get to do international film festivals, I'm a little burnt out. And this time, I really wanted to try to come to Europe first. So I started looking, and I probably found them while I was looking through Cannes, and it came up, and it looked really interesting.
And what do you think about being selected as part of the group of films that you've probably already seen today?
Yeah, I've seen half of them so far. I love them. I think they're really great. I'm very excited to see the rest of them now after the break. I particularly loved Tao. I thought that was a beautiful.
Why?
I love superimpositions. Like in my documentary, I do a lot of layering. And I thought that was a really beautiful use of choreography and layering. It was very cinematic and very poetic, and it held your interest.
It did. And can you tell us about your film now, and the premise, the idea, what inspired you?
Yeah. This film that I'm presenting here is called Shift. It is a 5-minute film made of 9,000 photographs that were taken over a period of a year and a half. In a location in the Keys in Florida in the United States. It's a very remote location that you can only reach when the tide recedes at certain hours of the day, so that's why it took so long. We shot, it's a collaboration with an artist called Anne Murray, who did the paper sculptures that you see in the film. So all the characters that you see in the film are made out of paper. And I wanted to do something that my work is all about, physicality and the transformation and the perception of the body in some respect or another. So this film still very much continues in that mode. I at this point in my life wanted to do something that had a lot of redemption and sort of reconciliation, and so that's what the story ended up being about. Yeah, it's a character who's born from a tree, saws the skin out of the leaves, and goes out to look for the sound, which turns out to be a wild dog that comes in one day and steals its face. And then the rest of the movie is that character looking for its vision, and he gets it back in a surprising way.
Thank you very much for sharing that with us.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
And we hope you'll be able to join us for the rest of the events during the week. You're here till Friday, you said, right?
I'll be here tomorrow and the day after.
Okay, good, because we're going to have other selections and things like that. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.